So as you can see here, this is the kind of things that we find right outside our flats. Now literally I live just here. We have children in this block, women and children, not to mention people got their dogs. And as you can, I don't know if you can make it out there, but that needle has actually been bent. As you can see, it goes from the centre of the screen to the left through the leaves. Now it's almost like it's been disguised. Now how do you actually, you know, if I didn't see that from up there, from the grass where I live, I actually just came down here to have a look, because recently people have been putting their mattresses down here, hiding them here, hiding their bags of clothes, their quilts, etc. So now what I'll do is I'm going to pick it up from this end. As you can see, the needle's been bent, and it's almost like it's been disguised so that no one can see it. I mean, my puppy dog could have easily have got pricked by that. My elder dog could have got pricked by that. A child, any man or a woman could have got pricked by that. I mean, God knows what they've been using this for. I can see some numbers on the side of it there. But like I was saying, it's been bent, it's been disguised within the leaves, almost like it's been put in such a way that someone might be able to get themselves harmed by it. But there you go, Camden Council. This is the type of thing that we've been living with, not to mention people defecating out here, putting excrement on top of the bags rather than put it in the bag. They just put it on top of the bags, and I found a bag just up there actually with some excrement in it, and really they just couldn't put it in a dustbin somewhere. They just basically pooed on a bag and just left it there, and I had to clean it up, just take it out of the green myself. So yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do with this? Just throw it in the bin? I mean, the dustbin man can get caught with that. You know, it's really not fair. How do I get something like this disposed of? And basically we always find them around the back of the garden as well, back garden as well as here. So this is just another example of what we've got to live with. Okay, and I'll show you where they hide their bedding as well. So this is just outside my flat, which is just there. Okay, what they do is they hide their bedding down there, and in the evening they come and set up their mattresses and they sleep down here. There's all kinds of stuff down there, sometimes excrement, needles, they urinate down there as well. So that's, like I was saying, that gate seems like the lock has been busted, and basically they just walk down the stairs, hide their stuff down there. I've actually confronted them one morning about 6 AM and said, you can't stay here no more. Now, I mean, I wish I had a big house to put them in. I mean, I don't really feel bad sometimes to move them on, but basically that's a fire hazard down there, and in that corner down there was loads of luggage, loads of suitcases, and basically quilts, etc. And the stuff they didn't want, they just threw it around the floor here. So we had quilts down here, rubbish down here, stuff they didn't want. So yeah, I told them to move on, and they did move on. But like I was saying, this is just outside my flat, where the needle was. I just showed you the needle down here, and basically I removed a few bags, mattresses, and just put them along that wall there, and someone came and took them in the evening. So going back down here, guys, one more time to that needle. I mean, also the caretaker's got to step down into these leaves. Who knows what's down in these leaves, what's hidden amongst them. He's got his gloves on, he's picking up a handful of leaves and whatever, detritus, and who knows what's in here, who knows what's down inside here. Luckily I've actually found this needle. But going back to this needle, I mean, how do I dispose of that? I mean, I can't just throw that in the dustbin. That seriously needs to be disposed of properly. Some kind of a little box, some kind of plastic box, and we've written on there, needles inside, beware. I mean, look at that, how nasty that needle's been bent back and just thrown down here. No consideration, no concern for other people's safety, and again, this is the stuff that we've got to live with. So not only are they living homelessly on the streets, they're throwing their excrement, they're urinating, they're throwing their needles and their rubbish, and they actually go through the rubbish bins as well. I'll show you some examples of that as well in this video. So here we go. How do we dispose of something like that? Yeah, we've got a clothing bank right here, mixed waste, different ones here, bottles. This should be locked up as well, by the way. Basically, what I should do is find a box, some kind of box to put this needle in. Okay. So yeah, that should be locked up anyway. It's not locked up. These are all damaged and broken up. Okay, so what do we do with this needle? So I certainly can't just put this needle in this bin. I can't put the needle in these dustbins right here. And I'll tell you what, I found a good few needles in my garden over there. I've had to be extremely careful. I found the orange needles. I don't know what this needle's for right here. But like I was saying, I can't just throw them in the bin. I mean, someone could get pricked by that. Who God knows what's on there, you know. So maybe that little box down there. So I found this box, and I suppose at the moment I haven't got one of those needle boxes that you can dispose of needles. So for the, you know, I'm going to be safe and put it in here. So there we have it, guys. And basically I'm going to throw it in this big dustbin here, and basically that's all I can do really, and just hope that someone don't grab this box and get pricked. But like I said, the needle's inside there now, and that's all I can do. You may be able to see the needle down the bottom there, and how disgusting is that, guys and girls? And that's the things we've got to live with. So there we have it. This is outside my house. It's the back of my block, and that's my garden. Okay, so these are the things that we have to live with. Usually I find some needles in my garden as well, but there we go, guys.